Should all be in gallery. Okay, so hello everyone. Atelihai, Tunga Welcome everyone to Makitatsiatuq. Today is Friday, so it's going to be leg day. We've gotten through 31 days of programming so far, so feeling pretty good, feeling like I've definitely built up some muscle. So for our legs today, we're going to be going through a circuit, starting with 4 warm-up exercises that we're going to do, large reps and short sets. So we're going to do 2 sets of 20, and then we're going to move into a workout, which is going to be, again, hitting 100 at the end, so 20 by 5, and then we're going to do a cool down. So we're all focused on the calves today, so let's get into this warm-up. So the first thing we're going to do is some heel rocks. So we're going to get into that standing position, feet together, and we're going to rock forward, lifting with our calves, backwards, and forward. So we're doing a lifting motion followed by a resistance motion. Again, rolling the heels. So we're going to do this 20 times. I'm counting 1 as each time that I'm lifting with my calves. So we're just going to do 20 of these. Go as fast or as slow as you want. Again, just rolling on the backs of your heel. If you hear a dog whining in the background, it's my youngest dog is missing her older sister, so just sitting there crying. And just like that. So after you're done, just gonna take a little rest. Again, drink some protein. Once everybody is rested, feeling like we can get back into it, we're just going to jump back in. And so again, we're going to do 20, rotating on the heels, back to lifting up. So again, just warming up the calf muscles, the soleus, and to the actual upper calf, so the large muscle of the calf. So when we're rocking back, you want to feel that tightness just on the heel, just on that ankle. That's that soleus. And again, right when we hit 20, we're going to get into our next warm-up. So, all red. And so we're going to get into some wall leaning calf raises. So for this, you can get anything to balance yourself, whether it's holding onto a wall, holding onto a table. Of course, I'm going to come over to this thing all the time. And so getting into a position where your legs are extended, again, back straight, legs extended, and you're going to push that pelvis forward. And again, you're going to be doing those calf raises at an angle. So pushing that pelvis in. Red. It's okay, girl. Yeah, it's okay. I'll have to get you a pepperoni stick or something. So again, we're just doing 20. And once you hit 20, of course, we're going to be taking that rest again. And then getting back into another 20. So again, all calf focused workout by bending our knees forward just above the toes, above the ankles. We're getting that deeper workout in the soleus. So getting back into it, another 20. Same thing, making sure that that back is straight, pelvis in, and just doing 20 of these calf raises. So just like so. Okay, so after 20, again, taking that rest if you need it. And then we're going to get into some single lunge calf raises. So again, either just getting on your knees or in a full-on lunge position if you can, And we're going to be lifting that front leg up, lifting that knee with our calves. So 2 ways to do it. You can either be seated, knees planted into the floor, or an extended lunge, lifting just with that calf, putting pressure onto the knee, making that more difficult. So of course, when you're in that full lunge position, you're working that back calf, that's steadying yourself. And so same thing, we're going to do 20 on each side. So getting in position, 1, and so on. Putting more pressure on that front knee helps with balancing. Again, just doing 20 on both sides. So this is extremely focused, adding more difficulty and more weight onto that calf, while still adding resistance to that back leg. And again, just as you finish up 20, now you're going to switch sides, same thing. And again, lifting with that calf. You'll notice after you've worked out the front leg and put it to that hind position, you're really going to feel that stretch, which is really great for that calf muscle. So again, working and stretching as we go along. So we've gone through the second part of our warm-up. The third that we're going to get into is our fourth that we're going to get into is the elevated calf raises. So if you have a step or something in your house that you can just get even an inch off of the floor with, anything like that. For myself, I'm just going to be folding my mat and standing on the widest side, so the side closest to the fold, and that's going to bend my toes up. So as you can see, toes on the object, and we're going to be doing some elevated calf raises. So we're going to do 20, take a rest, do another 20. Wait for everybody to be set up. And again, it's also good just to get a feel for the elevation. And then we're going to get into it. So let's do 20. After 20, of course, taking that rest. I hope that felt great. So again, you should be feeling that along the outside, the lower part of your calf muscle. And then as we're coming up, of course, tightening that calf muscle back. Creating that horseshoe in our calf. So once everybody's ready, back in position and just doing another 20. So just like that, gotten through the elevated calf raises. So our calves should be feeling pretty warm as we get through that warm up. So now jumping into the workout, we're going to start with a circuit. So everything that we do here is going to be relatively quick, and we're going to rest at the end of each 4 exercises. So at the end of 4, we'll take a rest 5 times. So first one we're going to do are some seated calf raises. So finding a place where you can sit down. If you have weights, we're going to use those weights if you would like. But if not, you can put pressure onto your knees like so, and just lift either one at a time or both. Again, using that upper body pressure to make it difficult on the calves. Of course, if you have dumbbells, taking the dumbbells, putting them underneath like so, and of course, lifting those calves. So we're gonna do 20 of these. Are you building a seat, Ryan? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So again, doing 20. If you're using weights, you might want to bring them down or bring them up. Totally up to your discretion. But adding those weights certainly does make it difficult. So if you have trouble steadying the weights on your knees, try pushing them down into your knees. It'll make the exercise that much harder, and will also steady the weights onto your knees. So again, just doing 20. And then once you're finished, we're gonna jump right into some farmer walks. So during a farmer walk, you wanna be on all toes. So if you have weights, have them by your side. If you don't, we're walking on all toes. So once you take 20 steps, we're gonna switch off and get into our next exercise. So again, on your toes, taking 20 steps. Again, once you've hit 20, we're moving right into some wide leg squat jumps. So again, getting to a wide squat position, and we're going to be really focusing on those calves. So we're going to do 20. Again, propelling ourselves with the calf muscles. Again, if you want more strength and more power, develop more power, you can totally use a dumbbell with those jumps. Final exercise are just some standing calf raises. So getting into that standing position, we're gonna do 20. After this, we're gonna take a rest. Ooh. So just like that, gone through the first part of our circuit. So again, really calf focused. I'm certainly feeling the burn across the side, right side of my right calf. So good stuff, feeling super pumped.
Those wide leg calf, wide leg squat jumps, that's no joke. That you can feel that after the first one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's so much deeper on the calf. Like it really draws that power. Yeah, it's intense. So, assuming everybody is somewhat rested, we're gonna get back into those seated calf raises. So, same thing, if you have dumbbells, or if you don't, using body weight. Getting in position, and we're gonna do 20. I'm like fogging up my glasses. Again, finish that off. And we're gonna move into the farmer walk. So same thing, on your tippy toes, 20 steps. Once you finish that, getting into those squat jumps. Again, pushing with our calves. Dig those toes into the ground and launch yourself, just like so. Whew. After those, getting into the calf raises. 20 of these. Again, just standing. I know.
It's too bad that Kulu and Red can't just hang out via Zoom the way that we do.
I know. I know. I feel so bad for her. Like, she's just crying and looking at me. Like, she's like, pet me, pet me. Okay, so good job, everybody. Take a well-deserved rest. Drink some water, some fluids. And once everybody's rested up, we're gonna get back into the third part of the circuit. So whew, I know. Okay, so getting back into that seated position. And again, doing those lifts. To 20, into those farmer walks. Again, on those tippy toes. Okay, same thing, squat jumps. Again, keeping that wide stance, like we were doing a sumo squat or in that horseback riding stance. Whew. So again, working through. Into the calf raises. Again, doing 20.
The height I'm reaching in my calf raises is definitely about half of what it was at the start. Like, this is
For sure, yeah. No, if you definitely feel like it's getting too much, I'm certainly hitting that point. Totally feel free to put down the weights or to reduce the number that you're doing, number of repetitions, I mean. Yeah, just to tone it down. You don't want to pull or strain any muscles right before the weekend. So try to keep everything stretched. And I'm just gonna quickly feed my dog a treat. There you go. Okay, so back into the seated calf raises. We're on our fourth part of the circuit. one more after this, and we're good to go into our cool down. So again, if you find that, as me and Brian were talking about, that your calf raise is a little bit weaker now that we've been working out, take this seated position time to really get that deep workout in, because it's much easier to lift with full extension sitting down. Again, once we're done getting into those farmer walks, just doing 20. Again, into those squat jumps. Whew. Whew. Into those calf raises. Whew. So certainly a great workout. I'm sweating everywhere. Let's go down to your towel. Oh, you ate it already, eh? Gave my dog a pepperoni stick. And she just gone into second flat. Whew. So again, we're definitely getting some cardio in, working quickly. On to our last set. Again, seated calf raises. And again, doing 20. So again, using this time now to use the weights or your weighted body to again get that full extension of the calf and get that full workout. If we're not able to do full reps when we're standing. After you're doing 20 into farmer walks, on your tippy toes. Once you're done that, into those squat jumps. Again, keeping that wide leg. Trying to get that extra power from your calves to really launch yourself up. Whew. Again, working through it. Last bit of calf raises. Again, just doing 20. Whew. So good job, everybody. Holy, so we made it through our calf focused circuit. So this is all about the calf muscle. I know, girl. All about the calf muscle, about that lower soleus, that top calf. Again, really worked everything through. So just to cool down and again, reduce the risk of some injury over the weekend, we're going to get into a cool down. So the first one that we're going to get into is the leaning calf stretch. So we're going to be leaning over, bending with our hind leg. It's okay. Bending our hind leg and pulling those toes back from the front leg that's extended. So as you can see from the side, pulling those toes back, stretching out that calf, keeping the leg straight. This leg is bent. Oh yeah, you want to stretch your calves? So again, pulling those calf muscles. 15 seconds each side. Right when you hit 15, switching sides now. Again, bending that hind leg and stretching out that front leg. 15 seconds, both sides. Just like so. For our second, we're going to be doing a leaning lunge stretch. So getting into that lunge position, we're actually just going to be bringing that knee forward. Again, trying to bring that knee past the toes, getting into a deep lunge stretch. And again, 15 seconds on each side. Trying to dig that hind leg, dig those toes into the mat, and really just try to put pressure on the hind leg and on the front leg. Once you hit 15 seconds, switching sides. I'm sorry, my dog is just going crazy. Same thing, hind leg, digging those toes in from behind. And again, really trying to stretch that calf out. "15 seconds. Whew. Okay, so after that, still feeling a little bit tight, but we're going to get into the hind leg leaning stretch. So for this, you're going to need some type of surface to balance on. So whether that's like a table, a chair, anything like that. And essentially, we're going to be keeping our front leg straight, and we're going to be leaning back onto that hind leg. Again, trying to imagine getting our knees flat on the floor with our flat feet. So as you can see, trying to get that knee low. Again, working on that flexor of the ankle right here. Again, just holding on to something so you don't fall backwards. Red, come here. So again, 15 seconds each side. I'm going to switch now. And again. Pushing down on that hind leg. Just like so. Again, 15 seconds, trying to push that knee down towards the toes, each side. Just like so. So, should be feeling a stretch in between the flexors of the ankle on both sides. And now, for our last stretch, we're going to be doing one-legged downward dog. So, getting into that downward dog position, putting one leg behind the other, and effectively pushing against that one leg, stretching out that calf. So from the side, getting into downward dog, one leg behind, and pushing back on that leg. Again, hooking the other foot around your heel, 15 seconds each side. Once you hit 15, switching sides. Whew. And after that, we finished our Friday workout. So, whew. Number one takeaway is that it was super good. And I'm sweating everywhere. So this is a great cardio and leg workout. So I hope that these circuits have a workout. We've done 2 so far, 1 for the core, 1 for the legs. I hope that they were both very good. Again, we're working on building that muscle, enduring through it, and of course, building our cardiovascular health. So this was a really great session. And again, if you feel like your legs or any muscles after any workout are tight, I suggest getting a tennis ball, some type of round object, especially for the legs, and rolling it against the flexed calf, stretching out those calf muscles again, or if you have a muscle roller, something like that. You can even fit, let's say, like a roll of toilet paper or something like that, a roll of paper towel. So that was something, tape both ends, make it sturdy, something just to roll that muscle or just massage it. So again, thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Brian and Paige from TIA for working out with me today. Great workout. Thank you all at home for watching. I'm Uncle Baskin, the Makitatsiatuq program coordinator, and I will see everybody Monday for a upper body workout. Everyone that's coming kayaking, see everybody Sunday, hopefully. The weather keeps up. So yeah, anyways, thank you all for joining and take care. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see everybody Monday and Sunday. Bye, everybody.